Hello and welcome back to Bricking It. Today we're going to be working on one of our interiors dioramas on our balcony level of our tower. So not too long ago in our live stream we put together our central tower for the Hogwarts display, and each of these is going to contain a diorama on the inside. At the ground floor we've got the Forbidden Forest, and originally on the top floor we had our Wizarding World interiors, and that has since been moved down to the balcony level. So I've moved the plank floor that we had laid down from that top level down to this level. Just some logistics made it a little bit more sensible to have it down one more level. So this is what we're starting with. So these studs seem fairly arbitrary. They're all over the place, scattered around between all our tile work with the various stickers and printings of our plank floor. But hopefully it will all become obvious why everything is where. Now these modules are going to be multi-purpose. They're going to be displaying a variety of different interiors from the Wizarding World. And the first one we're going to show is the one that we've seen before if you've seen the live stream, so sorry if this is a repeat for you, but that is going to be 12 Grimmauld Place. So I managed to secure a set of the stickers from 12 Grimmauld Place, and they of course come with this one being the most prominent of all of the ones you get in the set, and that's the Black Family tree on the large tapestry. Also see we've got a couple of portraits of family members up here. One of them's been blasted, as I've so many on the family tree. We've put these so that they work on an angle going around the corner just here. So the way they were positioned on the panels gives us a nice continuous look at the tapestry around the corner. You may also see on here we've got a writing desk. Now in that live stream, which I'll hopefully remember to put a card up for just up in the top corner, we showed you how to build this. Oh, focus, there we go. It's just a variety of plates, hinges and cheese wedges, but it's built into the wall using a couple of snot bricks just to hold it up to the side. If you'd like to see how that was built, that was covered in that video. So we have the writing desk as well as our Black Family tapestry. Now this isn't just going to be one room. We're actually going to divide it up so we can get a few different locations and make the most use out of our sticker sheet. So we're just going to pop a doorway there leading into the living room. So this doorway of course needs to go somewhere. And the obvious place for it to go is into the hallway. So here we have our next wall. And this actually combines the hallway and the kitchen at 12 Grimmauld Place. Let's just take a teacup and saucer off of there. And a table chair off there. Right, so this has got the sticker of Mar Black covered up by a curtain so she doesn't make a row. And also our kitchen build. Just a nice and simple. It uses a snot technique just on the side. To build up the cooker, it's just a bracket and a couple of bricks faced off by this white tile. It just studs onto the wall there. And for the hood, because of this panel we can only use one stud. It's just the same, a bracket and a tile. And they will sit in our MOC just here. And as final divide, we've got a wonky Black Family crest and a clock to display in the kitchen, and a couple more portraits for the hallway. And they're just going to wreck the place. And they're just going to divide the hallway from the kitchen. Now obviously these aren't connected, or they are, but the hallway is right down at this far end, or the kitchen rather is right down the far end of the hallway leading down into the basement. So that we can get the most out of our diorama we're going to display it like this. So this is it. We have our front room, our hallway and our kitchen. There's no point in having a diorama display without some minifigures. So let's add some. So first up, we're going to focus on the kitchen. First thing we're going to add is a kitchen table. And behind that, just a little chair at the table. I'll probably add a couple more in because I've got enough space to store them. So you can see on the unit behind, we've got just a bit of visual interest. It's time to add some figures to our scene. So first up, we're going to have Mr. Weasley enjoying a cup of tea. I'll just sit him on that seat there at the kitchen table. And of course, behind every good man is a great woman. So we need to add Molly as well. She's just going to stand in there. There we go. So Grimmauld Place is constantly being visited by members of the Order of the Phoenix. So today, I'm going to put one of our MOCs of Mundungus Fletcher into the build. Of course, Dung's always got a ulterior motive for being anywhere, always looking for a profit. So he's going to be just appraising one of Sirius's crystal goblets in the background there. All right, let's move on to the hallway and the living room now. So just to add a little bit of life to our scene, we'll put Tonks in the hallway. I'm sure she's been clearing up after causing a mess. She's just going to be observing into the living room while Harry and Sirius take a little look at the black family tree. So there we go. And that's our scene. Obviously we can add any other minifigures we want to into this. Different members of the Order of the Phoenix. We can have Snape or Lupin or whoever visiting. In this room, if we're doing a Deathly Hallows scene, I also had a sofa. I'm in two minds about whether to keep it because it's not the greatest little build. See if I can find where I put it now, so I can show you. There we go. Just add that in there. Again, changed it from its original design because originally it had two of these. These are actually the Pentagon pieces. This is the sofa that was originally in the Hogwarts chest. I just wanted the minifigures to be able to sit on it without sliding about. So I added a couple of studs at either end just so we could actually place a minifigure sitting on our sofa so they can be in the scene. Now the real reason to have a sofa in there, of course, is when they're camping over and Ron and Hermione end up sleeping in that room. Because it's only 2 studs deep, you can't actually sleep a minifigure on it. So I may have a redesign so that we can actually have someone reclining on the sofa. Or maybe I'll just leave it out altogether. So, there is 12 Grimmauld Place. The first of our Wizarding World scenes that's going to be displayed in this area. But as it's sharing space with other modules, we need to store it away sometime. So let's show you how we do that. I forgot my newspaper, so let's just add that in just for a final look. So obviously the thing that got me back into Lego after many, far too many years to mention, were the Hogwarts Moment sets. And they've kind of become my thing. I like to use these for all the storage of pieces that are not out at the time. So that's what we're going to use to store away 12 Grimmauld Place. Now I've extended the spine so it's 6 wide instead of 4 wide. Just so we've got a bit more room to store what we've got. and I've also flipped the spine, so we're using it with studs on the inside, and that's meant to make the detail of the spine for the outside. We've had to use inverted bricks. Now I'm still waiting for an order to arrive, so this isn't the final colour. What I'll probably have is the bottom two in black and all the rest in grey, just so it gives that slight visual look of 12 Grimmauld Place appearing between its two neighbours, just as a little visual clue as to what's being stored in this book. That's enough of that. Let's pack our unit away. So we're going to start by deconstructing. Take all our walls out and minifigs, and then we'll go and live in their homes. I'll put the chair up on the cupboard there. Teapot on the cup on these two little studs. Now I didn't put brackets in the display just for a teapot and cup. They were originally there to hold the sofa, but again, not sure if I'm keeping my sofa. So let's put this first one on. Now these voids actually help us out a lot because there's no studs on the bottom here. So we can actually pop this wall straight on there, and the cooker's not going to clash with the studs on the bottom, meaning that we're not going to lose any height or have to add any extra studs into the base. I'm going to take the front room, and that's going to make use of the same situation here on this side. Oh, taking a plate with me. And that's just going to sit here like that. So we've got our walls facing in, all of our furniture in there. Let's take this one out again just a moment, because we're going to pop one more wall piece on this side, and this is just going to sit in here. It sits up flush against the cooker, as you can see. That clock clears the top there. And on this end we've just got two more panels. These ones haven't got anything sticking out, just so our bricks don't sag inwards. I'm going to put one there, the other there, so everything's staggered, so we'll keep their spacing nicely and they won't compress in when the sides of the book come in. We need to put some of our other details away, namely our newspaper and our table. Table's going to stud to the inside there. Pop our newspaper down there, and when we close that up, all of our interior details are stored away. Now I don't usually store the minifigures with the MOCs, just because I want to be able to gain access to them to use them in other places. As you can see, I've got a couple of studs here at this end if I wanted to keep some of our minifigures in the display. Look, he's done. Look, he's been nicking goblets. They could easily stud inside the cover and stay with the MOC if that was their only use. And I think Mundungus may well live in here, because I don't really use him in any other MOCs yet. So there we go. That's the first of our scenes from the Wizarding World, making use of this planked floor module. We've got definitely 2, probably 3, maybe even 4 more scenes that will fit inside this area, so please stay tuned for those. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave us a like, and if you'd like to see more Wizarding World scenes, then please subscribe to Bricking It. Bye bye.